we do it. Where you catch us that we be in that pool pit. Always catch a vibe, we a movement. You should just subscribe because we too lit. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, yeah, they want that podcast. They want that podcast, watch them scream out, ah, yeah.
We out here shining. It's kind of blinding, son.
Blinding, son.
It's the Pool Pit Podcast, baby. Season 4. Episode 91. What the business is. It's that man with the plan, Big Kev. And that's cuz with the buzz, Big Bo. And you know we got that food for your soul. Now, you know, we got to do a disclaimer, especially because we on Sunday, the Lord's Day. I wouldn't want to offend anybody with some of the stuff we say. If you stumble upon us, you know, through your travels of listening to podcasts. So we do this just to protect your ears.
Your ears.
Without further ado, the Pool Pit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast.
Say it once more.
I said, you know I got to do it.
I
said, the Pool Pit Podcast is not a gospel or religious podcast, but we are bringing the gospel in the form of information straight like that. And y'all know, this podcast is based on the foundation of positivity, motivation, inspiration, and most importantly, love. So we don't do anything without a weekly affirmation. And you know I keep them on deck.
All right.
Message.
Love what you have before life teaches you to love what you lost.
Boy.
Man, that's appreciation, man. Like, yeah, don't take stuff for granted. Like, we here.
Don't you do it.
But somebody can easily not be here in the blink of an eye.
Say that, Big Kev.
It's crazy how many people find that out, and it's a terrible situation when they do.
It's a wake-up call.
It's the truth. That's why, like Bo always say, we live fluid and intentional, you know what I'm saying? Because you're in that moment. Fluid basically means in that moment. So basically show your people you love on them in that moment, because you never know if you get that moment the next day. So, all right. So it's just me and Bo today.
Do I need to clarify something from last week real quick?
If he wants to clarify, that's on you.
I need to clarify some things from the podcast, the previous podcast. I got people hitting me up talking about you let your wife go out on a date.
Let your wife go on a date.
That is not what happened.
There was no permission given.
I did not break it all the way down. But what happened? She was hanging out with her best friend.
Okay.
They were at a restaurant. I was coming to pick my girl up because she had did a little too much. In the time that I come to pick her up, her best friend's boyfriend pulls up and he has one of his homeboys with him. So when they come in, the homeboy sees my drunken wife at the time. And thought, let's prey on her. So he's trying to holler at her. I walk in and see,
holla.
I see this dude trying to holler at my woman. So I go into silverback gorilla mode. I'm up in your face. Don't look me in my eyes. You look me in my eyes, then it's gonna jump off. And I'm asking what's happening.
What's happening? So
he didn't know what was happening. And I was like, you talking to my wife? You don't see the whole fucking ring on her finger? Oh, my bad, yeah.
Copping, please.
But you still gonna pay for this. Yeah, get your to-go box.
This Perkins special.
He's got this $8.99 Perkins. And make sure you tip this waitress. You got it? You got it covered, G? And then I looked at my man, like, okay, you know that this is a married woman and she's drunk. So you gonna just let your homeboy just, and you done met me. We done talked, we done dapped it up. I looked at him too, like, okay, you's a piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
Serious. Nah, you don't do that. Like if I done met you and I know that this is your wife and I got my homeboy with me, I'm gonna tell like, nah, man, she married to such and such. He cool. My homeboy gonna be all right, cool.
Yeah, it's just some things you don't mess with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know my rule. If I know of a person, I know that person, I've seen that person, met that person.
Yeah, we done
then
met.
the girl, the woman is off limits, period.
You know me as your girlfriend's best friend husband.
But he know of you and y'all
No, but
adapted
he
up.
knows
Yeah,
me
and that's
as,
all that
as-
matters.
as the husband, not,
Right.
not some boyfriend, some dude.
But I'm just saying, even as a boyfriend or the, you know what I'm saying, husband, it's like my code is like if I know that I've met this person before and there's an acknowledgement, then I don't go there.
I caught him at an Icon party. Shout out Doug. He threw an Icon party. I forget who. I don't think it was a Dr. Dre Icon party, but it was one of the Icon parties at the Jazz Kitchen.
Okay.
He tried to come up speaking to me like we cool. I was like, bitch ass nigga, if you don't get from, hey, you want me to tear up the Jazz Kitchen? Get the fuck out of my face.
Please don't tear up the Jazz Kitchen.
Nah. I was like, get the fuck out of my, get away from me.
Yeah. So he just had to clarify that because,
Yeah.
you know,
There was,
I make the clips and whatnot, and I
And I
do
like-
it for shock value,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So the clip that I put on there is going to draw your attention. So if you didn't listen to the whole show, you wouldn't have got the whole explanation of what it was.
Yeah,
but
nah, she
shit was
went
still
out-
funny the way I put it together.
yeah,
so.
I mean, nah, it's wild. It was a wild night. It was a wild night.
So, well, without further ado, like I said, for it's me and Bo.
Yeah.
You know, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Had some guests lined up, but you know, everybody doing stuff for their family and Super Bowl Sunday, trying to get it involved, you know, take care of things, preparation. So
Man.
we gonna go ahead and rock it out. We keep giving y'all content. Like I said before, one thing about us, we gonna always bring y'all content.
Yeah.
I'm always find something to talk about
Yeah,
and
it's
have
always
y'all
something to
laughing
talk
and
about.
thinking. So here we go.
Yeah.
Without further ado,
What is that?
name a food you don't eat that might get your black card revoked.
I done said this numerous times. I cannot mess with greens.
I got greens.
I can't mess with greens, man. I've tried.
Is-
Everybody's. I've tried my mama's.
So what is it about the greens though?
I don't like it.
you just
It's
don't
just-
like it.
It's just
It ain't the texture, the
the
taste,
texture,
Okay.
all of it. It's just like it's just
the
not.
whole combination.
It's not my flavor. It's just I
Okay.
just can't get with it. It's just
Greens. No, I like greens. I mean, you know, some people's are seasoned better. Definitely the taste better, but greens, I never had a problem with greens.
I can get mixing it with something. You know, like
you don't mix with you
know,
eat cornbread, right?
Yeah, I eat cornbread.
You
but
don't mix with cornbread?
nah.
Okay. That's what a lot of people do. They kind of,
Yeah,
you know,
mix
have
it
a
with
bite
everything.
and take a bite of cornbread. That's the mix. For me, I'm gonna say K-Wise.
You're not the only one.
I mean, but you know that's a black-based food. I never hear white folks saying they're going to make some K-Wise.
They eat some KYs.
They
too.
might, but you know the K-Wise is associated with black people, period. It just is. I mean, there's a lot of food. We can never say no food is just one color because, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
they might cook it differently, but it ain't just one race that's allowed to that food or associated. But K-Wise, chitlins,
Chitlin.
yeah, chitlins is associated with black
Chitterlings.
folks, and I'm not eating them. Chitterlings, like that's like
chitterlings.
Medea say, chitterlings.
Hey, now I'll never forget. Like I had 8 chitlins when I was a kid. You know, like back in the days, they would just make your plate.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they're gonna throw the greens, the chitlins.
Mhm.
You know, you're gonna try it. And, you know, I don't know what I'm eating. Well, I remember this one time we just left the hall. It was like on a Sunday. We just left the hall.
Yeah.
We go over grandma's. Grandma, she's in the kitchen and she's like, you know, cleaning some stuff. And it's like, damn, it stink. Like,
It
like
stink.
me and my brother, me and Mikey, we walking in the kitchen like, man, what is it? Grandma, she in there, you know, she cleaning the chitlins. We like, hey, what are you doing, Grandma?
What
She's
you
like-
doing?
She's like, oh, I'm cleaning these chitlins.
Hey man, and my thing is, how can you expect somebody to eat something that smells so foul?
Man, I looked in that sink. I said, fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it looked. It
Nah,
smells.
it was shit.
it's shit.
It was shit in there. I was like, nah. I was like, that
You
is-
got to clean them real good, but
Yeah,
I don't
was
care.
like-
I don't
was
want
like-
them.
I was like, that is shit. Like,
Yeah, I love soul food, but that's one thing you could keep off my plate forever. I don't want to ever try it. Seriously. I what happened was I never tried it because it smelled so bad. The fear of it was like, it can't be good if it smelled like that. Like you come around the kitchen, my grandma would make it, you know what I'm saying? And I would be like, what is that smell, grandma? Oh, them some chillins, boy. Them is good. No, they not, grandma. Oh, no, they're not.
see, when I remember eating them, they was peppery, you know, put a bunch of salt and pepper and hot sauce on it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a rubbery texture. I mean, it was a cool side thing, but
No. I'm
nah,
cool.
but yeah.
No,
Ugh.
I'm cool. Food shouldn't stink like that. unless it's spoiled or you know,
greens
outdated.
don't have the best smell either.
Greens do. I never smelled no greens and been like, oh, that stink.
Nah, greens.
They have a distinct smell, but that I won't say they stink. No, KY's
I mean, that's
chitlins
shit.
stink badass. Stink of your whole goddamn kitchen.
House.
You had to fumigate your shit. Bring the Glade, boy. For real, for real.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So y'all let us know what other foods y'all think, you know what I'm saying, that might get that black card revoked and whatnot.
I don't mess with banana pudding.
Oh, he tripping. But that would get your black card revoked. Cause a lot of people love banana pudding with them vanilla wafers in them joints. Yeah, boy, what you talking about? But he don't eat sweets no way, so that's already gonna get his card revoked. How you don't eat no sweets? Like you got the sweet potato pie, you got cheesecake, you got banana pudding. It's so many desserts he don't even mess with.
I'll eat sweet potato pie.
Yeah. Also, he do eat some type of dessert.
Sweet potato pie, but it's got to be like made by my mom or somebody.
Somebody who know how to put that motherfucker down.
Yeah, I don't mess with
everybody can't.
Bills. No, that's not made with love. That's machine.
It's not made with love, not no more, because it's been remanufactured so many times.
Made by a machine.
Now, if you got the first, like I said before, you know how anything that comes out, you get the first edition of it, right?
I ain't never.
When she first do it, and it was limited, right? It was limited. Wasn't that many pies? That's why everybody was going crazy snatching them up for Thanksgiving, because it was limited. It was like a trial. You know what I'm saying? Put them out there, see what the people think about them. You'd have got them. Now, them was a problem. The ones after, you know, after they start being flooded everywhere, you know, they probably start cutting corners on the ingredients and whatnot and just saying, let's get them out there and put her name on there so we can just make more money. Them were not as good.
I need my sweet potato pie specifically made for me.
This nigga turned into Daffy Duck, nigga. What happened?
Specifically made for me. When they're putting the crust and putting the sweet potato all in it, it's like, this is gonna be for Bo. This is his pie.
Nah, this is gonna be for Bo. So
this is gonna be right here for him. This is yours. Right
itemized to Bo.
This is for you. It's made with love. Intent.
All right. So, you know, that's like I said before, we're gonna be checking for see what y'all come up with, because, you know, and Bo saying specifically needs a pie made for him. All right, so here we go.
Let's be Pacific.
If someone never heard hip hop before, what song would you play for them?
I used to love her. Common.
Common? No. Okay.
I think it's a versatile song.
Mm-hmm.
That's also telling the story of hip hop at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's engaging. Like honestly, I almost think of a foreigner.
Yeah.
You know, somebody who might be into K-pop.
Okay.
And K-pop use a lot of 90s sounds.
All right.
So like they might be into K-pop, but not into hip hop.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty sure if they heard I Used to Love Her and hear this vintage 1994 sound, they'll be automatically entranced just by the beat. And then listen to the words and the storytelling.
The storytelling, I think that definitely the storytelling would definitely maybe capture somebody's attention. What would I say? You know what? I think to me, if you say the embodiment of hip hop, I'm thinking more of like the breakdancing, the graffiti era, the DJ, you know what I'm saying? So it probably would be something from Rakim. It probably would be either, because I know the things that got me into hip hop with certain people. So I would say either, I know I was listening to Microphone Fiend and I was listening to Check Out My Melody.
Pump up the volume.
You know what I mean? Pump up the value. It really, anything from Rakim, because, you know, you got the, you know what I'm saying? You got, no, what is the one song? Get Paid, I can't think of
Paid
it.
in Full?
Paid in Full. That might be it, because you know what I'm saying? You got the DJ, you know what I'm saying? You got the aspect and the way that little, it's been sampled a lot of times too, and then you can break it down how people use samples. And in a New Day era song, you be like, oh, that's tight, and don't even know where he got it from. So I would say Paid in Full probably would be the one I would.
Now Rakim got multiple.
I had to think about it. I'm like, Rakim's got me, you know what I'm saying? Like
multiple, like just
like real talk, like Rakim, when I first heard, like I was late to the game of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Because my parents didn't allow, us to listen to that type of music, you know what I'm saying? Because religious, purposes or whatnot. And Eric was already listening to stuff. So he's kind of like the person I would, go over their house. They always had a new CD or something playing.
Big bro, he's my big brother. Shout out my brother Brett. He's 8 years older than me.
Yeah.
And he was big, just the 80s. He was in the music period. He was big into, just R&B, hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
He would make little mixtapes and stuff. He was just like real into car radio, speakers, sound systems and stuff. That was his thing. And so he would try to find all the newest music and bump it. And so he is the vessel of hip hop for me. So like I learned everything through him. I was listening to everything because of him. So then I had to like show him. Nah, like he might have came in behind, but like bro, he had that Eric B. and Rakim record. I remember
Eric B. and Rakim.
I remember seeing that record. Like, what is this? And my bro, he would parlay like, hey, get me to do some stuff. Like, hey, do the dishes for me, and I'll let you listen to
Black male at his finest.
So I'll go do the dishes, and so I can listen to some Eric B. and Rakim.
Telling you.
I get my cousins over. We go clean up the whole kitchen, mop the floor, so we can listen to NWA. My bro was like, all right, y'all cleaned up the kitchen.
Those were the rewards.
So we go in the room and he bumps NWA, the records, you know what I'm saying? This is how I learned hip hop through this guy. This is my big brother. And when he wasn't there, his room was right by like where we hung out on the porch. I didn't even know I was DJing at the time, but I was actually DJing. I would turn the speaker. He had some big speakers. I would turn the speaker to the window, open the window, and start playing Audio 2, Just Ice, Public Enemy, De La Soul. I would be playing these records, and then like we sitting on the porch eating Doritos and drinking root beer, and just living. And then like I knew that he would be there at a certain time. So
time to close shop.
So like I would go turn the speakers around, put all the records back. I didn't even realize I was DJing. I'm just I'm just wanting to play hip hop.
Keeping the party going. That's what they're doing.
But there's so many records. I just named some records like just in that little space. Yeah. De La Soul, Potholes in My Line. Buddy.
Buddy's the ring song. That's the ring song right there.
So you throw that on and you know what I'm saying? You throw Buddy on, like it's gonna jam. You're gonna be ready to dance. Me, Myself, and I.
De La,
they got some records.
It's just like a lot of hip hop songs you actually, I think it's really just basically what resonates with that person. I mean, you knew that person's characteristics, how they get down. I think you could cater the song that you would let them listen to more. If it was an older person, you might let them go with the Sugar Hill Gang, you know what I'm saying? Because it's ABC type style rap. You know what I'm saying? It's like the first part of it, something that they can, you know what I'm saying, catch on to. And then if it's somebody else who listens to rap, you know what I'm saying, or heard of rap, but just maybe not heard of the hip hop, you know what I'm saying, the foundation of hip hop. Anybody like, nah, you think the rap is this, let me show you what it really comes from or whatnot. So
I think another good record to introduce somebody to is Troy, They Reminisce Over You.
Yeah.
Troy's a good record, especially with the soul sample, the jazz
soul samples. I think any record mixed with DJing and rapping and breakdancing, that's going to accommodate all the factors in hip hop pretty much. So if you got the fashion, we already know they wore the jumpsuits, gold chains, Kangos, most of them back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the DJ, then you mostly have graffiti, and then you have the breakdance and the b-boying. You mix those together, you got hip hop, baby. So, so y'all let us know what songs you could think of that we didn't mention, that you might introduce to somebody who never heard hip hop before. Okay. What state has the best accent to you?
Man. And I don't go by fella's accent. I'm sorry. I mean,
He excluded y'all. Cold-blooded excluded y'all.
it's the women's accent that I dig.
Okay.
I dig Louisiana and Texas
Yeah.
women's accent.
Coming down.
Yeah, but I also like New York.
Yeah.
Like the thick, for real East Coast.
The East Coast, that East Coast
Yeah, yeah.
accent. The for real,
The thick.
not the some people who's on the outskirts of the East Coast or used to live there when they were kids and got a little bit of it. The ones who really lived there, if you ever talk to an East Coast person, it's very prevalent.
And East Coast women New York women are aggressive too.
They're very aggressive.
Very aggressive.
They're different. They're trained, like they brought up differently, so they respond differently to things. Like they really be about their business. It's like real talk, for real. I would say Louisiana definitely, because I always laugh at how they say baby. Like it's baby behind almost everything. Like, you gonna come get some of that food there, baby? Like, what?
I'm right over there.
Yeah, I'll be right over there. And I think the people, big ups to the people who really put us up on that Louisiana slang. I'm gonna say No Limit, Cash Money, like the Soulja Slims, you know what I'm saying? When you listen to that drawl, you be like, nah. Then I started listening to Mystical. Like I got into Mystical, like I never forget it. I was like, who is this dude? And he was on, I think back in the day was Jenny Jones. I think that was the show. And they was like having like talent, right? He wasn't even known back then. I don't think he was just signed to Jive, but he wasn't signed to No Limit yet. So he hadn't really blown up to the masses. And I heard him over there thinking, y'all ain't ready yet. And he was talking about crawfish and stuff like that. And the words he was pronouncing, I'm like, man, what is this man saying? Then you found out, like, nah, that's how they talk. But then, when Cash Money got on the scene, so all you heard was baby and wah and all that type of stuff. Just the little slang they use is like, okay, they got their own little entity. But then we got to talk about Georgia, because if you've ever been to Atlanta, I'm guaranteeing if you're you're an outsider and you hear them talk, you're not going to understand shit they say. Folk them, you know what I'm saying? Everything is like they take a lot of the words, the ending letters of the words are gone. So you like, what you just say?
Yeah.
Folk them around the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, what? All you got to do is listen to who has a real, like, for Atlanta dialect. I would say if you kind of listen to Big Boy and Andre from Outkast when they talk, how they speak, you be like,
all of them.
Some of them don't really have that. Like, Jeezy to me don't really have an Atlanta, you know what I'm saying, twang, or you know what I'm saying, when he talk.
T.I. cleaned his up. If you remember T.I., like when he was Tip,
Tip had it.
He was a for real country bunk.
He had to get that, the expeditiously tip on y'all. You know what I'm saying? So he had to come with them big words and then you change up. But now first,
back in the day, man, country boy.
Yeah, and I like, who else would I say?
I'm not gonna even front. I do like straight Naptown, Bammer, like East Side.
East Side.
Like it's certain women that like grew up in Indianapolis, and then you hear them talk like, "Oh, you straight," like Naptown. Just the whole.
It's funny though. People hear me talk and swear I'm from the South, and I'm like, nah, I'm from Naptown. You had the D voice, and you got that. Like, you got a Southern. I'm saying, no, I am. Now I have descendants, you know what I'm saying, and I have family from Mississippi and all around and down south. But no, I'm from the Midwest, and they're like, are you Southern?
Nah, when I was in New York, the chick was like, she's like, where are you from? Oklahoma?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
nah,
we from the Midwest. Like, what's That's the funny thing about it. What does Midwest sound like to you? If you're from a different,
it is an accent.
We would love to hear that though, because I would love to hear it. Like, yeah,
we do have an accent, but we don't know it.
We don't know it because it sounds normal.
Until we get other places, and then like people like, yeah, where you from? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think everybody has a certain dialect and they have a certain tone and way they say words and what words mean, you know what I'm saying, and how you take them differently.
We actually use our R's.
Yeah, R's. That's what I'm saying. So a lot of people cut off. I say St. Louis too, you know what I'm saying, they kind of cut off a lot of stuff too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Chicago, Ka.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have.
Yeah.
They don't use their R's.
A lot of people cut off the end, like I said, use the hair. Yeah, What?
We use the R's here.
Oh no, I say another one. Maryland. Baltimore.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, the way they talk. All you gotta do is watch The Wire. Watch The Wire.
Because families from Baltimore.
Yeah, families from Baltimore.
And I growing up, I used to always trip on Mia and Nikki when they would say dude.
Dude, yep. Dude.
They grew up in Baltimore and then they came to Naptown.
Oh.
So like I've always heard them say this, and then like when I started noticing, I want to say it might have been Monique, comedian Monique.
Yeah, the one.
Like she started getting this stuff, and I heard her say "dude," and then I found out she was from Baltimore. I was like, "You sound just like my cousins."
Yeah. All you gotta do is listen to Just Hilarious.
Oh yeah, Just Hilarious.
She has a heavy on her. You know what I'm saying? You can see she's trying to not do it as much, but when she gets to talking and she can animate it, it comes out.
Yeah, it's that Baltimore.
Yeah. So, but I would say it's a lot of them. You let us know which one y'all think is the best one. And matter of fact, if you live in one of these places, hey, give us an example, whatever. That'd be funny too. All right. So then we got to talk about, I love my guy. It was Kobe Day, just Thursday past. A lot of factors to it. They presented the statue. I would say people have bad responses to the statue. They don't like that pose that was chose. They don't think it looks exactly like Kobe, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's based on how much respect we have for Kobe, and you wanted the best thing possible. But I feel like when she said that there are going to be a total of 3 statues, I was like, okay, I can see what they're doing here. You know what I'm saying? It's a build up. Every month is having a new revealing or whatever. And she said, the reason why she probably left that one like that one, because Kobe picked it. So this must have been a talk that they had before his passing. Like, hey, when I get my statue, I want my 81 point, you know what I'm saying, pose for my statue. And she's keeping his honor. Yeah. His word and making sure and his wishes, respecting his wishes and getting things done. And that's why she even said it. She was like, if you don't like the pose of the statue, tough shit. Man. That's what she said. This is Kobe picked this out. Man. So how can you have a problem with what he chose to be the pose? I think I liked it because, you see the white jersey, you see the white Zooms, you know what I'm saying, his trademark shoes. You see the whiteness inside the bronze. I think people want perfection. I think people set expectations too of what they think something should be. So when it's not exactly their expectation, then it's weak. Oh, they could have did better. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I think it looks dope in front of them.
About it? Right. There's nothing you can do about it.
I'm just saying, as far as an opinion, and I really nothing you can do about it, but you have an opinion about it. But in front of the Staples Center, when they showed it in front of everybody to reveal it, and then when they finally put it in front of the Crypto Center now, it looked pretty decent. I do like the fact that they're in that product. They got the 8, they got the 24, they got him and Gianna. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? So I figure we'll probably see the fadeaway or I say 2 poses. I think that might be it. The fadeaway or the one when they win and he's standing on top of the thing and he got his hands out. You know what I'm saying? Looking to the crowd. I can see them doing that as one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so many.
He got so many moments, but I think him winning that championship and him having his hands out to the crowd and he because it was like I think it was the 5th one. That was the last one he won. I want to say when he done that.
I always liked the one where he had the leather jacket on, holding the trophy.
Now they could do that too. That would take a lot of detail. That picture's cold. The picture's iconic. I always like that pick. That's an iconic pick. Period. And then matter of fact, I seen Tiger. He had that jacket home. People be buying that jacket now, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's an iconic jacket. Picture. If I could get a poster of that, I would definitely get that in my house. Matter of fact, that might be the one I'm looking for next to put up in my deck. You know what I'm saying?
And that look is back now. They don't, bringing them Avirex.
Them Avirex joints.
Leather jackets.
Hell, it's cold. You better bring them back. Them motherfuckers is comfortable. Avirex used to keep you warm out in them streets. I'm telling you.
That was the heaviest damn coat I had.
But it kept you so warm, man. You have a Scully and an Avirex on or just whatever, man. You was good. You was good for the night.
Man, that Avirex, it was good.
So then I gotta give props out. The top 5 debate, right? Top 5. Yeah, it's a lot of people who've put their own opinions and their views and ideologies about why Kobe should and shouldn't be in the top 5, right? I know Stephen A. Smith, I don't think he had him in his top 5. Various others, I don't think Kenny Smith has him in his top 10, which is
that's crazy
to me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I want to say shout out to Shaq. I want to say shout out to Tracy McGrady. I want to say shout out to Shar McCants. These are the people I've heard really, really be defiant about hearing what Stephen A. Smith. Normally I rock with Stephen A. Smith, but I'm going to say this. As a Kobe fan, y'all already know I think he's the GOAT. So you already know where I'm at with it. But I'm going to just give you a little bit of take of why he should be before LeBron. All right. The first thing is Kobe stayed with one team. So besides stats, like as far as assists and being a scoring leader, what has LeBron James done more than Kobe? That you could really say, like, okay, well, that totally puts him above him. Because if y'all correlate Michael Jordan to being the GOAT and LeBron, then it's a conversation, right? Who's the closest thing to Michael Jordan in the NBA? That Mike even said, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, sometimes I look at him, he's like a spitting image of me. So if he's the next thing, and he has 5 championships, what are we talking about? How's he not in the top 5?
But that's some people's argument is that he's so much similar to Jordan, you might as well just go with Jordan and eliminate him, which I think is stupid.
Okay, so then you put him at 2 or 3. You don't just take him out the conversation.
I think that's stupid. But there are people who are like, because he's so similar to Jordan, you just go with Jordan and eliminate him.
But I could get you saying that if Jordan is your favorite, like if Jordan is your GOAT, I could get you saying I'm not taking Kobe because Michael was before him, right? I can understand that, but you say LeBron and you bring up these other people, like, for example, I was talking to my daddy and we was talking about what is your top 5 or what would be your Mount Rushmore. And I'm going to shock some people with this one, right? This is how I see my top 5. I would say Kobe Bryant. I already told you he's my GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I've already shown that. Then I would go with Mike. Then I would go with LeBron. Then I would go with Kareem. I go with Kareem because you got to have a center representing. He started the journey for centers, you know what I'm saying, to be recognized. He had an unstoppable shot. And then I'm going with Steph Curry as number 5 because I'm going to tell you right now, before his career is over with, Steph Curry is going to break so many records. He's already changed the game. And all he needs is maybe one more championship. And that to really, really be in the realms where people cannot deny him. Yeah. He get that 5th. The 5th? All you do watch the game last night. Just as recent as last night, he showed his greatness. They down 1 point. He going against his former teammate, Kevin Durant. Suns is up. 2.7 seconds left. The ball gets thrown in. It's totally misplaced. Steph finally gets the ball. Don't have no look at the basket. Turns around and shoots like a 30, 35-foot three-pointer money. And they talk about he ain't clutch. He done hit probably like 10 clutch shots in the last, I don't know how many games they said, but recently, that knock on him saying he don't hit clutch shots, this man's been super clutch. While the other one who hasn't been so clutch, and just putting that out there, y'all. You always used to kill Steph Curry about not being clutch, and Dame was more clutch than him. I think Steph is changing that narrative real quick, like. But who you got, Bo? Your top 5, your Mount Rushmore.
I mean, it's something I really don't think about. But I go with the guys that I watched.
Okay.
I love the old school, but the guys I watched and really grew up with, I'm gonna roll with them. So you got your Jordan, you got your Kobe, you got your Shaq. You got Steph. You got LeBron. I mean, like these. I mean, I've been watching these guys for 20 some odd years. I don't care what level of the NBA you could put all these guys I just named. Those top 5.
Yeah, you
could put them in the 60s, the 70s,
any era,
the 80s,
they would be dominant.
The 90s, the 2000s, the nows. Like if Athletic Shaq was playing right now, he would be a problem.
If you put Shaq in the era that Bill Russell, Kareem, and Wilt Chamberlain was in, do you understand those little people that was guarding them
Man.
wouldn't have a chance to do anything with him? He might have got 200 points in a game. They just keep dumping the ball down to him. What you gonna do?
The best athlete is also the biggest person on the floor.
That's crazy. Like y'all don't understand. People hate. I don't know why people don't give Shaq his love and his flowers. You know, people always want.
I think he does get.
No, they don't, because even like, for example, just like Mad Dog, he didn't even have him in his top 10 at center.
At center?
At center, bro.
Oh,
he was
get the
named
hell
all
outta
time, and they put it back to Shaq, and Shaq was like, I'm not really going to, debate with him, like, about what, Shaq puts himself as third. He puts, I think he puts Wilt and Kareem ahead of him, which, I mean, that's being humble, but I'm just saying, like,
I take Shaq over.
Shaq over both of them, be honest with you. But I get it. The Godfather's Kareem. You know what I'm saying? No matter how you look at it, Kareem got the rings. Kareem got the scoring. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of accolades that Kareem has and brings to the table that makes people be like, yeah, you got to take Kareem. You know what I'm saying? If you do take him over Shaq or Wilt. But Wilt didn't have enough time to do what he's supposed to do, and Wilt just known for scoring pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Kareem known for scoring and the championships. Shaq's just the most dominant thing I've ever seen in life.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? I've never seen a dude make other big grown men look like little kids.
Man, have him flying.
Yao Ming. I'm talking about Yao Ming, Dikembe Mutombo, all these big tall centers. Vlade Divac, big men. And he's Sabonis. You know what I'm saying? Like, that he made look like little kids. Like, bro, that's unheard of. Shaq is a freak of nature. I always say Shaq, LeBron are people that never be duplicated, because you never seen people this big, this tall, with freakish athleticism. You'll never see a 300-some-pound man be able to dribble up the floor, spin, dunk on people, catch alley-oops at the top of the backboard almost, and just dominate the game. You never seen a dude 6'9", 270 plus, faster than you and could jump higher than you. What can you do?
Nothing.
So, it's just good. It's just good debate, like I said before. But I do shout out Kance. He's standing on business about Kobe. Definitely T-Mac, because T-Mac says, that's his guy. You know what I'm saying? They're keeping that Mamba legacy living on. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, stop, not putting my guy, in the right spot. Why is he not in the talk about this stuff? Why y'all just gonna shut him out? So I'm glad they doing that, because that's my favorite. So, all right. So now y'all do know it's Super Bowl Sunday.
Super Bowl.
First, we'll just start off with Super Bowl predictions. What you got?
I can't make predictions. I'll just go with the team that I would like to see win.
Well, that's a prediction. So.
That's not a prediction. That's just
that pretty much is a prediction. The team you like, that's what people are doing. They're barely picking the team that they want to see win. So that is a prediction.
Prediction is like saying this is what's going to happen.
Nigga, nobody knows what's going to happen. Right. That's who you want to win. Like,
right.
I like this team, but I prefer this team to win.
I like to see the 49ers win.
Okay, Brock Purdy and the boys,
I
and
would like to see them.
McCaffrey and Debo Samuels and Kittles and Ayuk, and the defense, Warren and them boys. Hey, I think it's funny how this Super Bowl is shaping up, because you can make a narrative for both cases. Like, I would like to see a dude like, they call him Mr. Irrelevant, you know what I'm saying? Brock Purdy come be in the second round quarterback.
Second round, he's the last
round.
Last
person picked. So they call him Mr. Irrelevant for that purpose. Nobody's seen nothing in him, no talent, no potential in him. And to see him win a Super Bowl, that would be a nice storyline. Also, we know on the other side of the ball, Mahomes,
my homeboy,
is chasing greatness. So it's not about him saying that I'm good. We already know he's the greatest thing we've seen in this era besides Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? You can't take that away from him. Even if he loses the Super Bowl, he's been there last 4 or 5 times in the last 5 years.
Yeah, 3 out of 5.
So we can't say nothing bad about that. I think it's 2 out of 4. He got 2 of them that they lost. Did they 2 out of 3? I know he got 2 of them, but I'm trying to think how many times they've been there. Because I know they lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I think.
Is it 2 or 3 they don't win?
Pat Mahomes.
I mean, championship. I think he got 2 or 3.
He got. Come on.
This nigga phone on dial up.
Nah, serious. It's moving slow as hell.
Our viewers like,
yeah, he got 2-time Super Bowl MVP.
And how many times have they been there? That's what I'm saying. They've been in 2 out of 3, or is it 2 out of 4? I know they lost to the Buccaneers. I know a loss is on his record, but I don't know if another one's loss is on there.
Yeah, it must be 2 out of 4.
I thought it was 2 out of 4, but I don't know who beat him before. I don't know, but trying to think who beat him before.
They beat the 49ers one year.
Yeah, they beat the 49ers.
They lost to the Buccaneers one year.
Right. And they won last year.
They beat Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's 2 out of 3 then. This is 4th time being there. So out of, pretty much he'd been to the Super Bowl 4 times and got a chance to beat 3 out of 4. Hey, that's GOAT status, you know what I'm saying, when you talk about wins. So I would just say, shit. If I have to really pick somebody, I'm going to go with the 49ers because I'm like the type of person who likes to see somebody else do something new. I like Christian McCaffrey. I think he's a badass running back. He does everything, He's the ultimate player. It'd be nice to see people who've never got a chance to be in this stage. And this stage never comes back. It's not a given you'll be back at this stage. So if Patrick Mahomes and that team already got theirs, and, I would love to see somebody else get a chance to, raise the Lombardi. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say that. Now, we got to talk about Usher. All right, so we'll just do this.
What's that?
What songs do you think Usher will perform, and who do you think he will bring out? Usher.
He got so many collabs.
So many.
He's at least got to bring Alicia Keys out.
My boo.
He got to bring Alicia Keys out.
I was saying that, yeah. Got to bring out Lil Jon for Yeah. Ludacris, the A-Town reunion. It has to be one of there.
Yeah, it has to be in there. That's a staple.
He got to definitely do
I don't know.
Nice and Slow. He got to do Nice and Slow because everybody be like, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. That's
mm-hmm.
He can, matter of fact, he can turn his microphone off and people will start singing it. So he got to do Nice and Slow.
You made me want to leave the one.
Now that takes it back. That takes it back. That's the jam. I like in up-tempo stuff. Some stuff that people probably
he only got 13 minutes, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like he got so many hits though, bro. I'm wondering, he got to do one of his You Got It Bad, or you know what I'm saying? He got to do one of them.
He's probably going to do Confessions.
He might be do Confession. He got to do Confessions too. Confession is a jam. If he wants to do a ballad, then he has to do Superstar. That's my favorite cuts from him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Superstar.
I like Caught Up, you know what I'm saying? That's one of his jams, you know what I'm saying? That I like, there's a dancing song. If he's going to do some dancing and choreography.
He gonna try to throw one of these new ones.
Playing another one. Day. You Don't Have to Call. I hope he do that with the net. You know what I'm saying?
That was my jam. That was my anthem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was my anthem.
Gonna boogie. That's my cut, man. For real.
I had a Usher outfit there. I had my yellow plaid button up.
I'm telling you, you don't have to call. If you don't dance on You Don't Have to Call, you tripping. What else he got? Stuff that's like a little bit more recent. Oh, he could do I'll say R. Kelly's not involved no more. So he can't do that one. So
what you call it? The one.
Was it Changing Faces or what is it called?
Nah, the one it came out in 2012.
Is it a ballad or is it up tempo?
No, it's kind of like a slow jam. Oh man, what is that? Kenzie used to sing when she was a little kid.
In 2012?
Yeah, about 2012. Climax.
Oh, now that we climb. Oh, yeah. That's a good song. Oh, if you was gonna get nasty, if it's nasty time in Super Bowl, then you definitely got to put Can You Handle It? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm telling you, I made an Usher. Back in the day when we used to burn CDs, I made an Usher mix, and you know what I'm saying, a nighttime, naughty time mix, boy. I'm telling you, he got them cuts for real. But I just want to see Usher come out there and kill it. He got a lot of people to look up to as far as the staples of people who done shut it down. And I think that's definitely like Prince and Michael Jackson are some of the top tier performers who really just shut the Super Bowl halftime show down. I feel like Usher, that type of performer, he ain't gonna have stats.
You think we're gonna have multiple Ushers like we had multiple Michaels?
I don't know. I don't know what he's
Michael's
gonna
popping up everywhere.
Bro, I don't know.
He was over there. He was over there. They go Michael.
I just think Usher might. Now, I will say this: he might involve his skating because he skates a lot. That might be something he implores into the performance. I can see him doing a set. You know what I'm saying, on his wheels. I think it's really just basically like who does he bring out, and that'll tell you what song he's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because you're definitely gonna have. I think Alicia Keys definitely be there, like Bo said. I think Lil Jon and Ludacris will definitely be there because mostly all these people are in Vegas already, so that's definitely putting that on there. But he might have a surprise here or there too. You know what I'm saying? Like something like he just did. I know he did something with some boy bands. You know what I'm saying, and things of that nature. I think he's done something with Justin Bieber. You just never know. Somebody could just drop by that you would never even think of. You know,
you had the Black Eyed Peas. OMG.
Yeah, he could do that. Oh my God. It's like, that people like songs like that, so he could do that. But like I said before, we're just gearing up. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Everybody gonna eat good, hang with their friends and family, and we're gonna find who's gonna be the winner tonight, and we're gonna be talking about next week. We'll probably be talking about the Usher performance. Was it good? Was it bad? And everything like that in the breakdown. So that'll be coming up. You got anything else, Bo?
Nah, that's about it.
All right. So we ain't gonna hold you. We're gonna let y'all get on with the rest of y'all day like we're gonna do, and we will catch y'all on the next one. Up.